Okay, fourth grade, are you ready for this week's art? A real challenge this time. A real challenge with this picture of a chameleon. It's building again on the skills that we've been using already. Color blending and creating shadows with darker colors. But it's really stepping things up another level. I think you're ready for it. I hope you agree. I hope that you are excited by this art challenge this week. Chameleons, by the way, are fascinating animals. They're incredible. Who knows a fact about the chameleon? Anybody know any chameleon facts? Probably the most famous thing about them is that they change colour, of course. But yes, they have an amazing eye that can look in all directions, and the other eye on the other side of the head can move in different directions at the same time. They have this amazing curly tail, like some of the monkey species here in Costa Rica. That's called a prehensile tail. When it can grab, it can curl around and grab like a hand can. Speaking of hands, they have very unusual hands or feet, but they're not divided into lots of fingers and a thumb. They're just like this, like kind of two giant toes. They have an amazing tongue inside that mouth too, with a really powerful muscle that can shoot the tongue out to like at least the length of its body to catch a fly. Probably longer, I think. Its tongue shoots out of its mouth. I really recommend that you take this opportunity to learn more about chameleons, and I've put some links in the description of this video for you to see more and learn more about these really amazing creatures. Alright, well, let's get started with the drawing now. That's enough talking. So, we're going to prepare for our drawing with some construction lines and shapes to make the outline of the body of our chameleon. So we're going to place some circles on the page to start with. If you want to, you can find objects to draw around, like maybe the lid of a jar or a roll of tape. But I'm going to draw them freehand. And remember, the way that I hold the pencil is different. Not here for small things, for details, but more like here. And I'm going to practice the shape that I want to draw, just round and round and round, so that my hand starts to remember that movement. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to press the pencil on the page and make the shape that I want. Okay, that's the first one. The next one is going to be just a little bit smaller, kind of about here, in this area. That looks good. Something like that. Finally, we're going to place one about here. This is the smallest one. So I'm just going to clean up here a little bit because I've drawn so many lines there. It's a little bit confusing. And so I just want to remove some of that, tidy up a little bit, so I can see more clearly the circle that I want. And then I'm going to join, this is the bottom of the head, so the chin. So this is the bottom of the neck. It's going to join to this circle here. I want to see if I can get a bit of a curve there. That looks good. Now here is a little bit tricky. The chameleon has a kind of bump on its head. I'm not sure if it's a horn or what actually. Maybe I'll have to look into it, do some research. And then underneath that little bump is the top of the neck, and the top of the neck is sort of folded So I'm going to put 3 folds of skin like that, do you see? And that's going to join into the top of the body with another fold, and you see how it got bigger? Okay, so it's like the letter M. One there and one there. After that, we're going to continue with the back of the chameleon, which joins into the tail. Now the tail becomes like a spiral. Yes, there we go. So this chameleon's tail is just curled up right now. And here is the bottom of the body. And we need to put some legs in here, of course. So, first leg is going to start here. It's a bit like a little chicken leg. Now, the next thing to do is draw the line of a branch that this chameleon is holding on to. Okay, so let's do the back leg that's behind. It's going to look like this. The other leg at the front. So I just want to make all these feet the same size. Another little correction there. Now the face. Now before moving on with colour, we're going to do another little tidy up to erase some of the pencil lines that we don't need anymore. You have to do this very carefully. And even if the lines that you do want to keep get rubbed out a little bit, if they get erased, it doesn't matter. As long as you can still see them. In fact, it's kind of good because we want the colours to dominate in this picture. We don't want to be distracted by the pencil lines. So even if they're erased a little bit, that's actually kind of a good thing. As long as we can still see the shape, of course. So you really take this slow, everyone. See how I'm following the lines with the eraser, not just randomly going around the page like if you wanted to erase everything. I don't want to do that. Now it's time to colour our chameleon. Of course, chameleons have this amazing ability to change the colour of their skin. One of the links that I'll put in the description of this video is going to be about the colour changing skin of the chameleon and the science behind it. So when it's time for you to colour your chameleon, you can choose kind of any colours you like. It could be a stripy chameleon with orange and blue, or it could be like an all purple or pink chameleon. However, if you're going to change the colour, I want you to still try and copy what I'm doing with my selection of colours. Okay, so even if you have different colours, you need a selection of colours, and you need to try and sort of follow along with what I do. So it's going to be a lot harder if you change the colours, but maybe some of you are up for that. Okay, so I've got 2 yellows, a kind of light yellow and a darker yellow. I've got a leaf green like that, and then I've got this almost kind of turquoise green, like very bluey green. Then I also have a blue, a very light blue. I have 2 browns for the shadows, one a little lighter, one a little darker, and also my tiny little black for doing shadows and some of the outlines. So you should have a selection of colors that are some light colors, some dark colors. I have 8 here, so about that number would be good. And yeah, follow along with what I do, even if you are using different colors. So here's the finished chameleon, you guys. I hope that you like the picture, and hope that you like the process of making the picture, enjoying drawing and creating this beautiful and unusual animal. Now, like I said at the start, this is more of a challenge. It seems like each week I'm giving you more and more challenge, and that's great. That's an excellent thing, because you know, I really see that you guys, your drawings are excellent, and I want you to keep pushing yourselves and taking on new challenges. So I hope that you enjoy that it wasn't too frustrating if it doesn't look right, or if you can't get it right. I hope that you just enjoyed giving it your best shot. That's what's important. Like always, I can't wait to see your work, so remember to share it when it's done.